Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Krista King. I want to welcome you to my YouTube channel. Please subscribe to my channel and follow me as I travel to Istanbul, Turkey to receive a hair transplant. All right, so you guys, I am very new to this. I am going to be going off a sheet because I feel like there's a lot that I would like to cover, and I'm human. I can't remember everything. So kind of want to give y'all a background of who I am and why I chose to go get a hair transplant. Just different topics I'm gonna hit. Kind of give y'all a background on me. Decision of me getting my hair transplant, the research and choosing my clinic, traveling to Turkey, um, and just a little bit of a few more things, just kind of like about the passports and costs and so on and so forth. And then once I end this video, I will do another video on the 3rd where I will be flying out of Honolulu, Hawaii to Istanbul. So I'll be doing it on my phone. Every step I make, I want to take you guys with me, just so y'all can experience and see my journey. A lot of YouTube followers I have watched and follow. Um, some of them started here, but majority of them did not. They had already received a hair transplant. I want to go from cradle to grave. I want y'all to see. I want y'all to know why. I want y'all to see. It's like if anybody out there that's military, it's a PMCS. You know what I'm saying? It's before, during, after, all that good stuff. So I kind of just want y'all to just experience my journey. And if it's something that you're looking to do, at least you'll have, some information and know how to move forward. So first, let's talk about me. Again, I am Crystal King. A little bit about myself. I joined the Army at 18. I retired at the age of 38. I did 20 years. I started losing my hair gradually while I was, in the military due to deployments, gear, putting certain things on your head, medication, climate, stress. Um, African American females, we got it honest, wearing braids that's too tight, pulling our hair, gotta have it all nice and tight and neat, So it was um, a lot of contributors to why I started losing my hair. But it started gradually and it just continued to progress. Even when I stopped doing certain things, it continued to progress. I did a lot of medications. I used to get injections. Two different types of ways. I've gotten it with a needle and with a gun. And not an actual gun, people. So please don't be like, oh my gosh, she got a gun. No, it's like a little gun that they put steroids. So got that. Shampoos. I actually got a biopsy done because they wanted to find out why I was losing my hair. Sometimes, if you don't know, probably for males, but I'm not sure. But for females, they will always check your thyroid. They will always make sure that your thyroid is good because that can be a cause. I did not know until later in life that birth control is also can be a cause, and I was on birth control for a very long time. So I learned that. So as like I said, as I continue to progress in the military, it continued to just continue to fall out. And it wasn't like chunks of hair, it just thin. So as you can see, I recently just cut my hair off for the second time. I did it once in the Army. And I'm doing it this time because when I get to Istanbul, you ain't gotta worry about, well, they're gonna cut it off, like all the way off. Like there's nothing gonna be up here. But I just want to go ahead and just help them out. So I went ahead and did like cut off my locks and all that good stuff. So I had locks before this, and I would have to post a picture. But again, like I just said before, I'm new to this whole video thing, so I'm gonna get help so that y'all can see my pictures, and I'm even gonna throw an Army picture in there so y'all can see me before all this started happening. But again, I was 18. I will be 43 on Valentine's Day, and this is my birthday to myself. So when did I start, or when did I take this serious? So I've been to this serious a long time ago. But anybody who's been in the military know that when you're in the military, you're going. There's really no stopping point. I haven't been able to really focus on me until I retired. And when I retired, I came out here. I'm currently a contractor, and if I didn't tell y'all before, I am currently out in the Marshall Islands. So if you don't know where that's at, Google it. The Marshall Islands. I'm in a small little island that's only 3 miles long and a mile and a half wide, surrounded by the ocean, literally. So since I've been out here, you want to get off the island. You want to go and do things. And a lot of us contractors, we either go to Thailand, and I actually was going to go to Thailand for my birthday. But then I started really thinking, and I was like, my hair has been a big thing that has been bothering me for years. And I love my hair. As women, we love our hair. We'll cut it off, grow it back, throw different styles. I love wigs. So I decided to go ahead and take that leap of faith and go get a hair transplant. So that's when I started taking it serious, because now I have the time to dedicate to this, where at one point I did not. And I am reading, y'all, so don't judge me. It says, what are some of the things that affected my hair or caused my hair loss? Stress is one. Stress can do a lot. If you don't know, research it. Stress can make you lose weight. Stress can make you lose your hair. Stress, it is a big thing. It's a secret. It's a silent killer. So stress was one. Another thing was, back in the day, we used to have Cavalars. For all my military people, y'all know what I'm talking about, with the little band inside of it. They'd be ugly and nasty. You had to switch it out. We had those. Back in the day, we used to wear berets before they changed over to soft caps. Deployments. Iraq. You know what I'm saying? Just multiple things that contribute to my hair loss. So it was time for me to make a change for me. I'm getting older. I don't feel like I feel great personally, but I really wanted to change the outlook. And then I really wanted to put it on YouTube, because there are a lot of people of military background that suffer with this. Doesn't matter if you're African American, you Caucasian, you Asian, you whatever, Hispanic. All of us suffer from it. Males, y'all suffer from it. So I just want to be the first to get out here and say, hey, we can do it. We can go out here and we can reclaim our hair, reclaim whatever you lost and you want back, you can reclaim it. Now, decision of getting a hair transplant. So if you know, getting a hair transplant in the United States is expensive. Granted, I ain't never really put research in. I think I did a long time ago. Used to see the little commercials on TV and stuff, and they would say like, hey, if you come in, you get a $300 off. So that just tells me automatically that this is going to be very, very expensive. So I start following a lot of people on TikTok that have gotten it done. And luckily, as a TAP counselor at Fort Hood, Texas, I met one of my very good friends. Her and her husband went to a clinic in Turkey. So it feels good to know someone personally that has actually been to a clinic that you're going to. But, just doing your research on YouTube, a lot of people speak highly of a lot of different clinics there. But I chose this clinic, and I'm going to jack up the name. I'm going to tell you now. So I will put it in my bio so that you can be able to go and do your own research. But it's called Alisad Tarkan. It's ASLITARCAN. So again, I put it out there, but I chose there, and of course I chose Istanbul, Turkey over the United States. If you do your homework, getting a hair transplant in the United States is going to run you between $5,000 to $12,000 or more. Me, I'm not paying that much, so I'm happy about that. As a veteran, so one of my questions that I have on here is, as a veteran, did I approach this decision differently than most people? I would say yes. Majority of people that I have followed, I have watched their journey. If they didn't mention it. They were, veterans. This is big for us. We sacrifice a lot. So making this decision was not likely. I did a lot of homework, and at the end of the day, I just thought it was important. It was necessary. It was very much necessary. For people who serve, whether it's service members, soldiers, sailors, Marines, Navy people, or your cops and your firefighters. So I just think it was very personable for me as a veteran, and it's very personable for me to put it out there to you guys as a veteran, as a female veteran, because it's not something that we talk about. This is not something that we sitting around the card table talking about. As you playing Uno or spades, I went and got a hair transplant. It's not a normal conversation. So I thought it was very important to put it out there to the masses, other people to see my story. Some of us are very embarrassed about it. And as a woman, I will be the first to tell you I was very embarrassed about my hair thinning, especially because it's not hereditary in my family. My mother has a head full of hair, and when my father was living, he had a head full of hair even before he passed away 2 years ago. So it's not a hereditary thing. That furthermore let me know. And then another thing I would share with you guys is going to go to a dermatologist, because they have a machine that can tell you if your follicles are scarred or not. And if they are scarred, then 9 times out of 10 it will not grow back. But if it isn't scarred, your hair has the opportunity to grow back. So those are some of the things I feel like that is very necessary to tell and to share. When it came to researching and choosing the clinic, like I said, just knowing somebody off the rip, knowing someone that actually been there, but then taking it one step further and going on the YouTube channels and looking them up, going on Instagram and looking them up, going to Google, reading about them, reading the reviews. That was important to me. Just being able to just see what other people think. And I'm gonna tell you, I am one of the people, you're gonna get the good and the bad and the ugly. You know what I'm saying? Everything in life is not always going to be peaches and cream. So everybody's not going to agree. Everybody's not going to like how, their flight was to Turkey. Or I think I experienced hearing a lot of people say, oh, well, everybody don't speak English. Luckily for me, being military, I spent 6 years in Europe. So when I tell you, it don't bother me. I'm here now, and there are people here that don't speak English. Like, it doesn't bother me. You got to know for me, you have to know how to maneuver to get where you need to go, So those are the things. You're not going to always get what you want. But long as when I say get what you want, as far as maybe a flight wasn't first class, or maybe your driver was a little late, or he had to wait, just whatever. It's just not always going to be perfect. So traveling to Turkey. So a couple of things. I told you about my clinic, how I chose to go to Istanbul, Turkey. When I chose my clinic, the way of their communication was on WhatsApp. So if you don't know what WhatsApp is, it's an app, it's free, and you're able to really communicate with people that are overseas. So like now, I'm overseas. I communicate with a lot of my family through WhatsApp. It's easier, it's free. I can FaceTime them, I can video text them, or I can just send them a text, or I can call. So either way, so I communicate with them through WhatsApp. I also want to make sure that they can service African American hair. Like I said, my hair is very, very soft. So I wanted to make sure, but being that I knew someone who already went there who is African American, made it even easier for me to choose them. I sent them pictures. So I took pictures from the front, the back, the side, and the side. And basically they took those pictures, and I'm gonna say that the next day, they was able to give me a quote. My quote for the clinic was $2,500. So $500 you put down, that secures your date and your price. Now, life be life, right? So I did this booking in December of 2024. Okay, people, December 24. It is January. Right now, I'm a day ahead of the United States, and it is January 29th, 2026. I leave in a few days to go to Turkey. So, to say that, to say this, as long as you're communicating with your clinic, they will work with you. I can at least speak for my clinic. They will work with you. Like I said, I booked in 24, December 24. I am now leaving in 26. My original plans when I booked my surgery was to go in February again for my birthday, but life be life, and I was not able to go. So, like I said, communicating with them on WhatsApp, they was able to just, I stayed speaking to them, let them know what was going on, hey, when I think I can be there, so on and so forth. So here we are, update. Like I said, today is January the 29th, 2026, and I bought my plane ticket on January 8th with Turkish Airlines. Now, I'm finna be 100 with you. I probably would never fly with Turkish Airlines again. And I'm just keeping it real. And this is why I say, granted, my ticket, just FYI, is more expensive for me than it would be if I was in the States. I am flying from a whole nother country into the United States to fly out of the United States to another country on the other side of the world. So yes, for my round trip ticket, it was $1,400. Okay. For the States, it'd probably be like 11, 12. Not expensive at all, I don't think, to fly to another country. However, pause for the fit. If you want to change your flight, like says, so you're like, I had wanted to go to Texas from Istanbul. They don't do that. What do you mean you don't do that? So I felt some type of way because I'm not used to that. I'm used to an airline telling me, well, in order to change your flight, if it's available, you have to pay a change fee. I'm okay with that. But you ain't even give me the option to change my flight. So I'm a little salty about that. But, I'm no here, no, whatever. I chose Turkish Airlines, and my ticket was $1,400 round trip. So I'm not upset about the amount. I'm just upset about the fact that if I wanted to change my flight, I couldn't. But I get to check in 2 bags, so that's good for free. So that's a plus, even though I only got 1 right now. Second thing, visas. So everybody I was watching, they was talking about, oh, you gotta have a visa, you gotta have a visa. But I had looked at their thing and I was like, oh, that was 2 years ago. After the fact. So I had did some homework looking at how much visas would cost online to go to Turkey, and they were like 135. Some people were saying 30. Some people still saying that you gotta, some websites will say you gotta have insurance, all kinds of stuff, right? So kind of find out U.S. citizens do not have to have a visa, according to the website and according to my clinic. Do not have to have a visa. I'm gonna tell you guys now. I will know once I get there, and I promise you I'm going to be on video, so you will get this information firsthand in 2026 if you need a visa or not. Now, as we all know, with everything going on in life, that might have changed. I promise you I will let y'all know. So right now, according to the internet, you do not need a visa to get into Turkey. I'm only going to be there for 7 days. I'm not going to be there for 30. I'm not going to be there for 15. 7 days. So I will let y'all know. I owe y'all an answer. Do you need a visa to get in Turkey? All right. With my $2,500 that I paid, that I'm going to pay, so I paid $5. One thing I've learned from other YouTubers is that they had to pay all their money by the time before they could get there, before getting there to the clinic. That's not the case with my clinic. My lady said no. So I paid my $500. She said, when you come there, you have 3 options. I can pay with card. I think she says like a 10%, something like that. It's an upcharge. She don't recommend it. I can Zelle, no fee, cash. So me, because I don't want to carry that much money on me, I'm going to Zelle. So I like that because I don't want to pay you all this money up front. And let's say something happens. We ain't doing that. So I do like that option. That gives me comfortability to know that, it's almost like you do the service and then pay, but then you will pay before they start the service. So I'm okay with that, but at least I know that you're getting ready, ding, 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 whatever you about to do to my head. All right, with the 2,500, it's another thing. I added an extra 5. So the total for my whole thing is like 3,000, right? 500 is going. So when I get to Turkey on the 4th of February, I'll be paying 2,500. The other 500 is because Crystal do not want to feel any pain. Now, I am very much tatted up. I had 4 kids. I've had injections in my head. I don't want to feel any pain. I'm just going to say that I don't. So, with 2,500, it's going to take care of my pain. It takes care of my hotel accommodations, meals inside of my hotel from what my coordinator informed me of, transportation to and from the clinic and the airport when it's time for me to go. And if I decide to do anything outside of the clinic, that will be on me. The hotel that they putting me in is a 5-star hotel, and if y'all don't believe me, you can go look it up yourself. It's called the Golden Trumpet, and it's very, 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 very nice. I'm excited because, again, like I told y'all, I was born on Valentine's Day. Don't too much care about the holiday, but it's my birthday, so I need something nice. I need to be on point. I need to enjoy my time in Turkey. Okay, so that's what the amount. The 2,500, or you could say $3,000 took care of, which I think is good. So you're paying $3,000. You're getting a hair transplant. Now with my hair transplant, let's talk about that. With the hair transplant, they're taken care of. I don't know how many grafts I'll be getting, but don't worry, I owe y'all an answer. So do know that I'll be back. But I will be getting 2 PRP treatment. Matter of fact, I'll read it off to you guys. I will be getting, here we go. So I will be getting 2 PRP treatment, plasma treatment. And if you don't know what PRP is normally used for athletes. But now they have found studies that, it also helps your hair regrow faster. So I'll be getting that. I think that's awesome. The shampoo, the medication, a warranty certificate with the stamp and signature, and of course, hair transplant and the blood testing. So I'll be getting all of that on top of the hotel, the transportation, all that good stuff. Me being me, I will be bringing my ibuprofen, okay, and I'll be looking through my medication bag to see if I got anything else stronger, because I don't want to feel no pain. I don't need no headache. So that takes care of what that $3,000 gives you. I think that's a awesome package deal. And I'm gonna keep y'all updated. As much as I get updated with everything that's going on with me, I'm going to tell you guys. There are 2 types of methods. I am getting the FUE method. I will make sure I put that in my my bio so that you can kind of just get an idea what that is. That's basically where they take the grafts. As you can tell, my hair is really thick back here. They'll take the grafts from back in the back of my head, and they will implant them here, and it should be implanting them like mainly all the way around here. Yeah. So I think I've covered a lot in this this video. I just appreciate y'all here giving me the opportunity to share my story. I'm very raw at this. I don't have, a beautiful background. You got a wall, I'm in the middle of the ocean. But this is very important to me. I'm very passionate about this. And I just want the ladies, the ladies to know that you can do this. If this is something you want to do, get out there and do it. Do it for you, for my veterans. Y'all out there, I mean, it's a whole bunch of us, and we suffer with this, and we suffer with this in silence, And to be honest with you, if anybody know me that's watching this, know that Crystal is not a person. I am me. That's the best way to put it. I am who I am, and if I can put this out to the masses, I am not afraid to stand before anybody and tell them, hey, I did it. I got a hair transplant. Here I am. Take me or leave me. So again, thank you. Please subscribe to my channel. Please ask questions. Leave it down and leave your remarks, your thoughts, good, bad, ugly, and different. And I look forward to seeing y'all on my journey. I leave here in a couple of days. Once I land in Hawaii, y'all, I'm gonna be on and popping. So, let's go. Let's take this journey and talk to you guys soon. Have a good day.